You're listening to the Hot Topics podcast with Psycho 4081, the lovely Lady Lamb Chop, and the fabulous Felonious Feather. Let's get into it. Welcome everybody to another episode of Hot Topics podcast. I'm Psycho 4081, and I'm here with
Lamb Chop.
And Felonious Feather couldn't be here today. She was party hardy, and so she's worn out.
I keep telling you, stop putting her business out.
That's why she's felonious. She's a party animal. The fabulous Felonious Feather. Party.
Good for her.
So today's topic, we're going to talk about, does size matter?
Okay.
Right. Okay. Nothing big. We're going to be talking about sizes as and according to the cats, the felines. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
I wish y'all could see me because I am just giving him the face. He is getting a stink face.
Well, we do have guests today. We have Penelope. I know I was gonna mess that up. Penelope, plant killer.
Hi, Penelope. Welcome back.
Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? And you know what?
Well.
I am killing plants for real right now. I swear for God.
It's a hot day.
It's a hot week.
I hope you guys are keeping cool. We have Paula, who was showed up at the last episode of Kinks, Perversions, and
Fetishes.
I was gonna mess with her if I couldn't think of
Stop.
something.
See, that's what you get.
We have also Karen, Elisha, and Felix. So all you guys are from Jersey and Phoenix. Florida.
Yes.
Okay. So y'all super hot.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen,
so
if you on this coast, you hot. Period.
does it extend the whole coast? Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
But we all in Georgia now.
Oh, that's just as hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Believe it or not, I've never been to Georgia.
Really?
Never been to Georgia.
What are you waiting for? Put it on the list.
Yeah. We gotta get
Oh,
down.
you gotta come see us, Dad.
Where you at? Atlanta?
Yeah, we in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I had an opportunity a few times, but just didn't take it for some odd reason. But yeah, I do want to go to Georgia.
Yeah.
I got some friends down there, and I heard they got this famous place called Magic City that you and I are going to.
No, we're not. What do you think? I'm a radish? Like, you think I'm dumb as a box of rocks?
What is a church?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alicia, isn't Magic City a church?
It's a strip club. I've been.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know why he think I'm stupid. I really don't know why.
One thing I've learned is that the strip clubs have the best wings.
Oh, really? See, we going for the wings.
Okay.
Yes, they do. They have the best wings.
The best wings.
Actually, I had to stay out of strip clubs. I'm too cheap to go to strip clubs. They get mad at me.
I believe that with
do.
my whole heart.
They do. Like,
Why? You could just well you can give them $1 extra change.
Stop.
Them 20-something odd dollar drinks.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so
That's
what's
why you
the?
gotta go doing happy hour.
Oh, they have happy hour at the strip club?
I imagine so. Why
Oh,
not?
I didn't know that.
Why not? Any way to get you in there.
Yeah, I don't
Look
need to
at
go to
that. You
strip
learn
club
something new every day.
Yeah, there you go.
to see naked women when I could see them right here on Stricker Street. All right, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the phrase "does size matter"?
Oh well. Oh well.
Because the topic is wide. When we say "does size matter," we're going to talk about a lot of different things. But what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Penis.
Penis. Okay. So would you say that for you guys? Most of you guys are ladies, so is it penis?
Most of you guys. Who was not a lady in a rotation?
No, we have Felix here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Felix.
Felix, I could have swore you was from Louisiana when I heard your voice last time, but I heard you was from Florida. So
Yeah, I was trying to put an accent. Yeah, I was trying to figure that out.
So all right, so the women are
from Florida.
from born and raised.
Born and raised South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, 954 till I die.
Okay. Woo. So we're not going to talk about just penis, okay? So Get your minds out of the gutter. So-
Don't be acting like that's not the first thing that most people think about when they hear does size matter.
I was thinking about candy bars.
How
Whatever.
about the size of your wallet? Because that's what I'm thinking.
There you
I
go.
knew
So,
she was gonna say that. I swear to God, I knew that.
Okay. All right.
so actually, I did a poll for people that was from all over the world. When I say all over the world, I mean all over the world. And the poll actually revealed when the size matter. For most of them, it wasn't the size of your sex part. I think it was just a couple people for that, but they were actually talking about the size of your wallet,
Okay.
which I thought was pretty funny. So let's say the biggest one was your bank account. That's when size matters.
Okay.
And food portions, size matter. Your mate's body, not the sex part, but the
gotcha,
whole body
gotcha.
that matters. And the size of your home was actually, the least.
Okay.
So one of the ladies said that,
So did you break it down with
I-
those
I broke it down,
categories?
and I said other.
Okay.
And so two people said other.
Okay.
So it was kind of, but by far and large, it was bank account.
Gotcha.
But okay, so we're going to talk about all the different things. We're talking about relationship and intimacy. We're going to talk about psychological and the sociological angle, scientific, medical, light, and comedic angle, and then we're going to reverse the questions. Okay. So why do you think the topic gets such a strong reaction in this type of conversation? Let's hear from Karen. Karen, you skipped out on this last time. You only dropped a couple words. We want to hear from you now.
Yeah, Karen, tell 'em.
Well, I'm all about the bank account. So yeah, does size matter?
I'm broke as a joke.
Are you a hundredaire like me?
That's because I get it all.
Mhm.
So yeah, you might be broke, but you broke because I take it. Like,
See, I'm broke.
but no, I guess size matters to get a lot of attention because, as you said, we actually thought size mattered when you was talking about penis size. So
Okay. So, and we're going to get to that. So, in the context of penis size, is that when? I mean, outside of that, when people say the size matter, are they talking really actual physical size,
yeah,
or are they talking about metaphor, like
Oh,
size
you-
of your?
You talking about penis?
No, and any other,
In-
just in
in
general.
general.
Yeah. If I was to walk up to you on the street and say, "Hey, Miss Filipino lady, does size matter?"
I already told you what I was going to say. I already immediately what
Say
I thought
penis.
of, and I would say yes.
Okay.
I would say yes.
Okay. So now we're gonna talk about the penis,
Okay.
since that seemed like all y'all want to talk about is
No,
penis.
that's not at all. 'cause
Peni.
Most of them said bank account, so don't even try.
No, only Karen said bank account.
I was trying, y'all.
All right. So, ladies, in a romantic or sexual situation or relationship, how much does size truly matter when it comes to satisfaction?
I don't want nothing over the top.
Not
I don't want
over the
Yeah,
top.
it too
yeah,
small.
it can't
Yeah,
be
nothing
too
over the
big.
top.
Yeah.
Trying
Yeah,
to,
go get my book
like
back.
take everything out of me
Right.
and all of that. That's too much.
Right.
Too much.
So you want to
Too much.
let's say medium,
Yeah, medium to average, whatever average is.
okay? And we're gonna talk about that. So I'm gonna before
The
we
average
get
male penis is 6 inches.
that's average.
Yes, that's a scientific fact.
That is
Snap
correct.
effect.
Look at her. Oh,
Well, go
smart.
ahead and give me them six and under. Not under 4 though. Nothing under 4. But
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's funny you mentioned that because I did a unofficial poll based on that, and there was a few people, women obviously, that said,
Not necessarily.
well, I ain't asking them. So there's a few people that said they wanted something like larger, like the 8, 9,
Okay.
whatever, but the vast majority said 6 to 5. Oh, that means 6 to 4.
Well, the
And
vaginal cavity is only 4 inches. So
Right.
that's from
So you want it
the
filled up.
opening of the cervix. I mean,
Right.
the opening of the vagina to the cervix is only about 4 inches, 4.5, possibly.
Okay.
So
So why do these women
some of them
want
lying.
10 inches or more?
They lying.
Because they
That's
are
like-
insane.
They
That's
lying.
like-
I don't care what
They
nobody
want
says.
it
you
in
gonna
their
fold it
ovaries.
up.
That's why.
that's just something they saying.
Well,
That's
I'm
I mean,
gonna tell you.
It sound like that big, you feel it in the throat.
Right, right.
I'm gonna tell you, like,
You
so
know?
I looked at it scientifically, right? So when you're in a certain positions, right? Certain positions, you got, like Alicia said, you only got 4 inches to work with. That's going from top to bottom. But you got stuff that actually, gives you that extra space. You got that cushion that you got to go through. So if you have somebody with, a nice sized backside, that might take about 3 inches away from you.
You get on my nerves.
I'm just saying, or you might be in certain
Right, but
positions.
the G spot is about 1.5 inches inside.
Yeah, inside.
So
Right.
it's not even that far.
So,
I think that motherfuckers make you be in for pain.
hey,
They just in for the pain.
and some of them said that. Some of them said they like the pain.
Okay, no. I want my body parts to be where they were when we started originally.
Yeah.
You don't want nothing rearranged?
No.
No,
I do
neither.
not. No, I do not.
Let me move your furniture around, baby.
Well, I like the challenge. I'll take the challenge.
Is that Paula? Is that Paula?
Ass down.
So
Go ahead, Paula.
with the numbers that Alicia gave, and she is 100% correct because I researched that too. Does size truly impact your actual satisfaction? Like, can you have somebody who's under 4 or above 6 and actually be satisfied?
As long as I'm comfortable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as long
Okay.
as
Now,
I'm
under 4 is crazy. You might as well be a lesbian at that point. You might as well be
Really?
scissoring with somebody that's under 4.
I agree, Alicia.
I didn't know y'all
My
felt
husband
like
just
that.
walked in and heard that and bust out
Be
laughing.
serious about anything.
By the way, that's going to be on the hot take.
Yes, that is absolutely gonna be on a hot take. Yes.
That's good. All right, so now we have two men here. Do men and women view size differently when it comes to attraction? We're talking about physical attraction as well.
I'm not understanding the
Yeah,
question.
me
Say it
either.
again.
All right, so
He said 2 men. He counted.
yeah, to men, men and women, do we see things differently when it comes to size, as far as size of your sex organs, size of the whole body?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
think you do?
I think men and women see things differently. Period.
Well, yeah, but all right. So let me give you an example. Is it more likely that a man will want a bigger woman, or a woman will like a bigger man?
I guess it
That's
depends
tough.
on your preference.
I think it's your preference.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
some
it.
Right, it's always going to be your
Some
preference.
people are chubby chasers. So
Like you, both
Yeah.
men and women.
yeah,
both
some
men and
men.
women. Yeah.
Okay.
And,
'Cause
and I can say my man liked me when I was smaller, and he still loved me when I'm bigger.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I like
But
it.
that's
I like it a
something
little
that-
bit more now.
Yeah, that's something that that links back to the fetishes and kinks. 'Cause like some people like that.
Like what you like.
I had a friend. I had a friend that if you wasn't 400 or 500 pounds, you wasn't him. You wasn't. He wasn't attracted to you.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm talking like 400 or 500 pounds.
Wow. I would,
That's like 2 people. I'm sorry.
that's like
but-
3.
Yeah. And he was like, man, yeah, she my old lady, and I was like, damn. And he was like, yeah, I don't like them little itty bitties. I was like, what
Yes,
the hell
but
you call it
that's a
itty
big.
bitty?
I know that's a big skip from itty
Yeah,
bitty.
I'm talking about you. I'm looking at a damn moose right now.
Oh no, no,
It was an itty bitty, And he
So,
was like, man, anything under 300 is too small for me.
Okay.
Well, I knew a couple
like
guys
you
like
like
that too.
what you like.
I knew a
so,
couple guys like that,
Yeah.
and maybe a family member or two. Like the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
I
family
can't do
member did you know like that?
I'm not putting them out there.
Well, tell me. I'm your family. What family member?
It's like he had to tell you off.
We all
air.
family. We all family.
What family member?
I have a brother that kind of likes him on the thicker side.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he
So
does have a type.
Yeah.
yeah. So Felonius actually got into a back and forth with with Dimitri about sizes.
Okay.
And we actually got to the point where we was bringing up pictures, and she was like, "What do you consider that? What do you consider that? What do you consider that?" He was like, her Nigerian accent, "Dimitri, that's not thick, that's fat."
Oh my goodness.
And he said, I saw the girl that came over here for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Damn.
Listen, we are not here to shame anybody.
No,
If that's
just-
what you like,
yeah,
that's
No.
what you like.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
So what do you think influences that, like the desirability, like for sizes? Is it media, porn, maybe? I
don't
think
know.
I think porn does a lot.
Influence how
people what they think is desirable.
There's really not
know.
one that what people find desirable. Again, it's like with fetishes or anything, is like what you like. That's your preference. Some people like big, some people like small, in
I mean,
between.
I would say everybody's lens isn't the same. So what
Right.
you see
Everybody
out of your eyes may not
Right.
be what someone else
right.
sees out of their
Like
eyes.
like you
Everybody
said,
looks out of a different lens.
Right.
And like he was saying about, like you said about Demetrius, he didn't think it was fat, but then
Right.
she thought that was fat. Like, so it's not, it's all in your preference on what you
Okay,
think.
so all right, let's take the media for example, right? So in the media, they always portray, when it comes to like TV shows, movies, they always have to have this little skinny such and such.
I think that's
As a-
changing
as a
a little
sign of-
bit.
I think it is also,
I
yeah.
think that's changing.
But do you think that has to do with how people perceive that, like because it's on TV or you see it in movies or whatever? That
White media, white people do.
Yeah,
A lot
for
of
sure.
a lot of my sisters, they don't give a man. Listen, they don't give a damn about that shit. They
Right.
want to be thick.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they want to be thick.
Right.
And I don't mean thick like chubby or something like that. Yeah, but no, I mean they want to have something because they know the average brother. They want to have something to hold on to when whether he's
Exactly.
walking down the street, whether he's walking down the street or he's looking at it in the bedroom. I know
Right.
me myself. I don't want a bag of bones.
I think generally
I'm
like
just
black
being-
men want the thicker,
Right, right.
Nobody wants a real tiny,
I agree.
somebody
Yeah.
that you're going to break or something.
And
along
I
those lines.
think that you get like, at least for me, I got my role models from the women in
your-
my house
okay.
or the women in my community. Like, I wasn't looking at TV or media to see how to dress or I mean, we all get into our own fashion thing, but
Right.
I wasn't really out there looking at TV or movies to say this is how I'm supposed to look.
Right. Okay. Fair
I
enough.
feel like for me, unfortunately, size for me matter. When I heard your topic, the first place my mind went was my physical size.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Mhm.
And the first thing I thought about, bless her heart, was my Aunt Nancy. My husband could tell y'all this is a true story. Went to the family reunion. I was always like that chunky kid.
Mm.
And in high school was kind of chunky. And then somewhere I was kind of thin. And then I ended up being chunky. And then I just ended up being overweight. Right. So we go down to the family reunion. I haven't seen her in 100 years. And she's literally about 100. Right.
Oh, wow.
So she sees me and she says, you look just like your Aunt Alice. Don't gain no more weight. Almost died. You know what I mean? Like, that took the life clean out of me. And it took me back to my childhood where weight was a thing for all of them. And it did make me feel very it put a lot
Subconscious.
on me as far as
Yeah.
my body and my image.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when I got with men, especially being on the chunkier side, I just never was really comfortable because it was already planted in my head that being overweight wasn't beautiful because, all of them on that side of the family, they narrow, they, they need to eat some steaks and lay down,
Right. And see, for me, it's the reverse. Like, I've always been a thinner person in my family, and everybody would be like, girl, when you gonna gain some weight? Girl, when you gonna gain some weight? You too skinny, gain some weight. So menopause hit, and I'm 20 pounds heavier, and now they're just like, girl, you done put on some weight. And I'm like, really? Like, and then at some point you figure out that you can't satisfy everybody no
Right.
matter what you do.
You know what's
way.
interesting is when you look at size throughout time, if you look at some of the things back into the old European, like you talking about Renaissance period, you look at it, all the pictures, the paintings, the statues, women were thick.
Women were big.
Right.
Yeah,
They-
women
that's
were bigger
the
size.
bigger you was the model of beauty, right?
Yep.
And then
Yep.
somewhere along the line, it went to, a couple pounds thicker than a skeleton.
Right. Heroin chic is what
But
they called it for a little
but
Heroin
I
while.
can tell you this:
Yeah.
if you go back in the history also, and you look at the continent of Africa, a lot of the kings that had women, a lot of women, they were big guys.
Yes.
That was considered like being wealthy.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay.
There's actually a
Yeah.
tribe in one of the Eastern African, I think it's Uganda, where the standard of beauty for as far as a man is how big your belly is.
Oh wow.
So
My
the
husband
bigger
would
your
be
belly,
rich.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's just that our society, the Western world,
Yeah.
excuse me, they want to label, you know. Okay, I gave you for instance, the average black man when he go to the doctor, I'm 6'1", probably 195. Now, when I first met my girl, I was 6'1", 225, 230. And
she ain't
whenever I go
cooking.
to the doctor, it was always, oh, you overweight, you need to
You
lose 10
obese.
That's the
pounds,
Yep.
you
same
need
thing for me.
15, you
Yep.
know. But I'm saying to myself, man, I can get out here right now. I can't do it now, but I can go run fucking 200 yards full speed.
Oh
You
wow.
know what I'm saying? And how is that? How am I unhealthy? And it's
Right.
like every time a woman go in there, oh, if she over 145 pounds, 50
Yes.
pounds,
Yep.
they like, oh, you need to lose a little weight, blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah, woo, woo, woo. And to me, I mean, the Western world has um, its eye one way when us on the other side, we envision ourselves a different way.
Agreed.
Okay,
You know
good
what I'm
point. You
saying?
pulled up. So culture does matter. Like say just from
Hmm.
our experiences, most black men that I know, most I'm gonna say like 95% like women on the thicker side.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the let's say the European, they like them on the thinner side.
Thinner
Right.
side.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't
But
know where
now you
that.
see a lot of, in the last 10, 15 years now, you've seen a lot of white women trying
Yes.
To
to
get the
get the
Yep.
thickness.
Yeah,
Yep.
trying to
Agreed.
emulate.
You know?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, they're trying to emulate the thickness.
Like we can't
And now
have
you don't
shit.
even know if they black or Hispanic or mixed or, it's just like you see a white woman with a big butt, you be like, all right,
My
she in there,
my dad would have
you
said she's
know?
been eating a lot of fried potatoes.
Yeah. And then we say, oh, that she done had cornbread and collard
Oh,
greens.
that's what.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
All right, so getting back to the physical part, right? Is emotional connection more important than physical attribute? Like, say, for example, if now let me talk to the fellas right here first,
Okay.
right? So, fellas, if you have a woman who's, let's say, not your ideal size, does the personality, your emotional connection, does that, trump the physical side? Does it
For
compensate for
me,
the
it
side?
did.
It did.
For me, it did because before I met my lady, I liked it short women, short, dark skinned women with a thicker side.
Okay.
And I don't mean like, but when I met her and we started kicking it, I found out that she liked football. She loved football just as much as me.
Them
Uh,
Eagles.
she drank me under the damn table. Uh,
Not
I
too much.
mean,
Not too much.
okay.
Don't let all the
Well,
secrets out.
one beer more than me. How about that? One drink more. But anyway, and she cooked. She loved, she loved a lot of things that I like, and I was like, damn man, is this heaven sent or is this some bullshit? Excuse me for saying it like that.
You can say
And
it
it
like
took me a
that.
minute. It took me a minute to feel like, yeah, this is what love should be, and um, how I'm starting to perceive it. And she's my lady, like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah. Yeah.
She's still thick, but she's way taller than I would have imagined being with.
Mm.
You know,
So, and
so
you definitely had a type.
yeah, I had a type
Okay.
at one point in life when I was younger. When those people on the other side had a type. so so now
Well,
it's like, hey man, you better get somewhere and sit your ass down, old nigga. You know, If she love you and she gonna take care of you, you better ride that car.
So,
You know,
Well,
now,
I have a different, aspect because I think it all depends on where you are in life.
okay.
Ooh.
As young men,
Mm-hmm.
if we be honest, as young men, when we first get out there and we first start, we don't know what our type is.
True.
no.
We going for whatever like us or
Yep.
whatever we like or whatever. But I think the older you get, the more mature you get,
Go ahead.
those
Hopefully.
things do matter. If you have a soulmate, that's what you're looking
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that type could be anything. And that
Mm-hmm.
type changes. Like my wife said, when I met her, she was on the I didn't think she was thick. She thought she was.
Right.
I didn't think she was. I thought she was at a decent size. But then I did see the transformation where she did put on the weight and then she lost the weight. Then she put on the weight and lost it again. But at that point, none of that mattered
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
because I found my person, my soulmate, and I knew whatever changes she went through, that it didn't matter, and that's who I wanted to be with. Not because of what she looked like, but what she presented on the inside.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So it's a lot. I mean, I think it's just a lot
sweet.
different depending on where you are in life.
I can agree
As
with
a
that.
man,
I
I
agree
can't
with that.
speak for a female, but I know as a man, my experience, it was where I was in my life because I had thick, I've had small, I've had skinny. It didn't matter. So
Yeah.
I don't think at that age and at that stage of my life that really didn't play a part.
Okay. That makes
Very nice.
Very-
So sweet.
Lamb chop over here. She's
You got points for that one, homeboy.
she's like now for me, I don't think I've ever had a type.
Okay.
So maybe it's always been something different.
Alive.
Damn.
Because well, it gotta be legal.
Oh, alive and legal. Okay, I forgot that part.
But I never had a type. So I think for me it was always that what that person had. I mean certain physical features that might, like could have been a smile, could have been, accent, could have been a lot of different things.
Right.
So as I grew up, as I got older and more mature, we start valuing
Different things.
and like you said, the things that count is what's inside, because the beauty and all that stuff, that physical stuff fades away, but what do you have?
Yep.
You start realizing that at an older age, like
Yep.
I don't need to have the model such and such. I don't need to have because I do like the little people, because they thick.
Stop talking to me. Just don't even look at me. Just stop it.
So they do. All right, ladies, same question for you. And does the inside trump the physical attributes? Can you overcome the physical attributes, whether it be something that's too big, too small, whatever? Does personality and all those other things?
For me, absolutely, personality trumps looks.
Okay.
It always
Yeah, I've seen some of her exes.
for me. Always has been for me. Your personality and how compatible we are, it trumps looks.
Okay.
That is too funny.
My
Alicia?
husband always said that he thought I had a type, right? Like they supposed to be tall, they're supposed to be this, they supposed to be that. No, I mean I vibe with who I vibe with.
Okay.
I've had, some short ones, some tall ones, some in between ones. But I knew that he was my person from the very beginning, because it's crazy. I already told y'all on prior podcasts how we met. So I moved into this place and I needed a refrigerator. And like we had just started like a friendship, not even a situationship. It was just a friendship. And he called and I was saying, oh, I got to get this refrigerator, whatever. And I was kind of like seeing somebody and he was like, put the refrigerator on BG&E. I was like, wait, what? What? Are you serious? And the next thing I know, like literally, I don't even think that we had been talking more than like a week or so, maybe about 2 weeks. Next thing I know, he calls me and he was like, "Hey, I got a refrigerator for you." Wait, what? This is somebody that I have literally just started talking to on the phone. We haven't even been on our first date, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
And he shows up with a refrigerator. Meanwhile, you got this joker over here talking about put it on BG&E. I knew right then that, ooh, okay.
This is different.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey.
He was different. I knew that he was moving different just by that one gesture. And I don't even think I ever told you how much that, really touched my heart.
Yeah, you have.
I did. Well, thank you for that.
We didn't catch his name.
I had to see if she could cook. Yeah, you got to have a refrigerator, have some food.
No food, no cooking.
No cooking. It's a plan. I had a plan. I had to put it in motion.
Hey, so here's the thing though.
First, what's his name? Because
we didn't catch your name.
Oh, I'm sorry, Stefan.
Stefan. Okay.
Hi, Stefan, welcome.
So Stefan, don't be setting the bar too high. leave some room for mistakes.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you?
Hey, it started out rough because I thought she was Italian for a minute because all she fed me was pasta.
Oh.
So,
hey, at least
I had
you
to
weren't
get out
hungry.
of that pasta stage.
Hey, at least you was eating.
That's
You was
right. You
eating.
weren't hungry.
Listen,
You wasn't hungry. You wasn't hungry. You
when
was
me
eating
and my
something.
wife first got together, that's all she would cook was barbecue chicken.
Really?
So I was like, I did most of the cooking. I didn't even know she can cook really, except for barbecue chicken, and I didn't want to tell her that. I really don't like barbecue chicken.
Listen, my husband has eaten through some meals that, later in life, I'm like, why in the world didn't he just say, I don't like that? Like, why are you eating something that you don't like? Like, what are you doing? So y'all take some stuff. I can agree.
I'm gonna tell you this one thing. This is kind of off the sidetrack. Speaking about how we take the personality over the physical things. Whatever. I was coming home from work, and when I came in the door, I guess she had been cooking in the crock pot, whatever. And I was like, damn, what's that smell? Did the dog take a shit?
Oh, no.
I said, I didn't know. I said, because we had a dog. I said, did the dog take a shit in the house or something? But she was cooking something in the crock pot.
Oh my God!
And it was. I'm not gonna say she can't cook because she really can.
Right.
But I think it was because what she was cooking. Like I don't like pork, so she had pork chops or something along those lines. But automatically, that's what the first thing that came out of my mouth, and I was like, "That ain't a good look."
I'm surprised y'all made that far.
And I didn't plan it, but literally, I thought he had nobody took him outside or something. But
oh my gosh.
So we would say, "Oh, Alicia, let's get to you. How does personality trump physical attributes?"
Yes, if you've seen any of my exes, then you would know that.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's why you call them exes?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say for me, like I can't recall anybody that I've ever dealt with that was not up to par when it comes to looks.
Okay.
So I can't say, whatever, but everybody's always had, good looks.
Okay.
So I can't say that the personality trumped the looks, to be fair.
Because I think you whether we'd like to admit it or not, there is something physically about the person that makes you attracted to them, and then you find out what the personality is.
Now, so could the now this is what I believe. Can personality make the person physically more attractive to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I totally agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like, because back when I was in the Navy, we had a point scale.
Oh my God, you're so disgusting with this point scale.
We did. We had a point scale,
But
and
I'm gonna give you a break because you were younger.
but we would base on certain things. It wasn't all physical. It was like, so like, let's say if you had a certain habit that we didn't like, you could drop down
if you're
points.
a smoker, you off my
right. So
list.
it was like stuff like that. But I remember this one time we was going into like Macy's. Let me tell you how cheap we were back then. So we used to go to not Macy's. It was another department store, right? So you know how they have the cologne department. So they used to go in there. This is how they used to put the cologne on. They would go get the samples before they go out, or they would get the magazines and that little part you spread apart, and they would rub all over their shirt.
Rub
and
it
stuff.
on your skin. Yeah. I remember that.
So-
I did that
Yeah,
one
we
a couple
take
of
the
times.
test the cars too.
Exactly. So okay, it ain't just me. But I remember the guy.
You ain't from the hood.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
That's
So
true.
yeah. But I remember we walked into the door and he just yelled out a letter. He said F. Right. I the same look. I was,
Oh no.
and it was because of her makeup. It was a white woman, but she had like crazy makeup on it, and then it kind of made her look crazy. So
Like a clown.
yeah. Like what's the girl's name from
Wanda.
not Wanda. What's the from DC, the the girl that likes the Joker.
Oh, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, yes. That's what she was.
Oh, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. Yeah. Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I kind of like Harley.
That
She's a
is
little bit
crazy.
crazy.
All right, now this is a big one, right? Does size insecurity affect confidence in relationships? And you can go from physical size and also the size of and for the most part, I guess it would be the man's size. So I don't think you
Yeah.
think women size?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sex,
yeah.
sex, okay. So does physical size affect confidence in relationships?
Yes,
You say-
your physical size affects everything. I think until you figure it out. Like everybody said, once you got mature, you figure some things out. But just like she was saying, she was always a little chubby. I was always the thinner person in the family. So all of those things along the way in your life, you carry that with you.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it can make a difference. I really do.
Okay. But okay, so for the Felix,
Mm-hmm.
how would you say that as far as the male point of view?
To me, it was just an attraction thing because I had my preference, but as a young man out there, you just trying to, excuse me, ladies, you just trying to score. You would accept who accept you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so if I walked up to her and I thought she was attractive at 5'11", you know what I'm saying? And I spoke to her and she spoke back and blah, 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 one thing led to another, then it was cool.
Okay.
But what I favored was what I favored, and that was a shorter woman. But I never would have thought that my soulmate was going to be as tall as she is, But, hey, I love her. Like it.
Were you ever intimidated in even a little bit for, let's say, a woman that was
Taller than
you? Let's say you said you're 6'1".
Funny that you say that. I dated a woman rather, young lady, whatever. I'm 6'1.5". She was about 6'2", 6'3".
Ooh.
And she was older than me.
Okay.
I wasn't intimidated, but I told her she couldn't wear no heels around me.
Then you were
You know what I'm
intimidated.
I wasn't intimidated by her, but it just looked kind of awkward
Okay.
as a young man. She's standing 6'4.5" with heels on, and I'm standing, 6'1", on my best day, standing straight up, So I don't.
Yeah.
Nowadays, these ladies are they putting themselves together real well health wise. I'm saying that health wise, and they just look beautiful, But I don't know. It didn't really matter so much because as a young man, you don't care about what people say. You just want to have fun.
Okay.
So do you think it's a woman versus man kind of thing, like men or men just think of it differently? Because I'm telling you what, men will bust out there. Like I can't remember where we were at the beach, and this man had this banana hammock on, and he was 99 and a half and ain't have no business in this thing. And I'm looking at him like, men don't care. Y'all will just come with it. And me and my girl sitting on the beach like, I'm in a old grandma bathing suit. Like, what the hell was I thinking? So I think men look at it differently. Men will bust out and just like, we don't care.
No, I think it's different now.
I think it's more of an individual thing. I don't think it's a group.
Yes.
I don't think it's a group of people who feel more insecure or less insecure than others. I think it's all in the person's personality, because I've seen older women on the beach, because we live near a beach and we frequent the beach, but I've seen older women with bikinis on.
Right.
And I would think the same thing. They shouldn't have that on at the age, but hey, they have the balls to wear it. They're wearing it.
Good.
But
So you think it comes with age?
I think it's more of an individual.
No, he's saying that.
And it has a lot to do with your upbringing. You know, how my wife said her aunt made the comment to her. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're a child and you're always called fat or skinny or dumb or stupid, that's going to affect you as you get older.
Right.
So it's more of an individual than I would say, males or females affects more than the other.
Okay. So I think with in men, when you talk about confidence in relationship, I think with most men, they would have, if anything, that would kind of affect their confidence. It was maybe penis size. You know, we talked about that, kind of before, where they say, well, how you compare to the last guy?
Gotcha.
Right. Gotcha. Or
I never want to know.
Exactly. We don't want to know that. So
yeah, I never want to know.
And even with women, but I know that's in the back of some people's heads, But with women, is there anything physical that you would say that makes you that would affect your confidence? Maybe breast size?
I don't know, because all my life, my grandma told me I was the best looking thing in the world. So I don't know. Yeah, like that never. I don't think I ever had it. Even when I gained weight after I had my kids, I never felt like anybody had shit on me. So
Okay. So I think, so we will say that most people don't have any real insecurities once you get to know the person. So I'm going to tell you, for like me, we're talking about intimidation thing. Like from, you could be 6'7" to, how tall are you? Like 4'10"?
You know what?
So anywhere in there. So, but I know I used to be intimidated by taller women.
Okay.
Right. And it was like, well, man, you can't do the same things with taller women that you could do with shorter women. You know, you could cuff up a shorter woman.
Oh my God.
But the tall woman, she might give you a challenge. So that was
what is wrong with you?
That was always in the back of my head. It's like, and then what if she makes the mistake of, lifting you up?
Just because she's taller doesn't mean she's
you gotta
stronger.
Be Kevin Hart little for that.
Yeah. You got to be 5'11". 5'2" for that. That's crazy. I never thought about no woman lifting me up.
wrong with you?
I'm not
I think when it comes to men,
that'll
that'll probably, have a lot to do with the man's sexual experience. Whether he's, the female's tall, short, or whatever. If that guy is experienced sexually, he's gonna handle whatever.
Right.
I don't. I think it has a lot to do with the experience more than it does the size of the man.
So what about the women that says, all right, so the top, and I'm specifically speaking about this Cuban woman who's like 6'7", 6'8", Angel something, right? So she gets on Instagram, she says in her Cuban accent, can any of y'all climb this tree?
Tree.
Is that the lady on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I seen
like a basketball player. She tall.
Yes. So, my head is like,
She like 6'9", right?
She's up there. After 6'4", I guess it really don't even matter.
With heels on.
Oh, with heels on, she's 6'9". I seen her.
Heels. I guarantee you she ain't wearing heels.
Yeah, so I think in that aspect, I think some men, not all, I'm not short. I'm what, 6'3"?
I don't know.
No, you ain't short.
Oh, 6'3".
Thank you. Somebody called him out.
Hey,
Thank you.
Karen, nobody can see me on here, so I'm 6'3".
So in other words, you like 5'3".
Yeah. Ryan might be pushing like 5'11", something like
what?
that.
I'm 6 foot.
Don't go out without a fight, then. Don't go out without a fight.
But for podcast purposes, since they can't see me, I'm 6'3".
Mm-hmm. There you go.
What is wrong with
There you go.
All right, let me see. What we All right, now back to what Alicia said. Remember, you talked about the 4 inches, the size of the female vagina, right? Are there any scientific studies about whether size affects sexual pleasure or fertility? Anybody?
Damn, stop right again.
Listen,
So I have never seen that. Like, I've never seen that as far as pleasure is concerned. No. Only thing that I could think of is maybe girth.
Okay.
But as far as like length, no, I don't think so.
Okay. So, all right. Now this is for the ladies. So, size does matter in that aspect because we're not talking about length, width. So you can and I'm going by what I've heard on Facebook and the conversations, whatever.
Okay.
So, so if you have somebody who's shorter but they're thicker, from what I've seen, what I've read, is that's way more important. Would you agree or not?
As long as I am not uncomfortable. This
Okay.
is the whole point.
that's the part.
That's the
Yeah.
part. As long as I'm not uncomfortable, I don't care if it's, short, fat, small, skinny. I don't care. As long as I'm not uncomfortable.
Okay. So pencil's good.
As long as he can do whatever it is that he needs to do.
If you can write it down, it's all right.
There you go. There you go.
Well, in one aspect, we're taking that aside from sex. Let's take away sex. Having children, right? Wouldn't you would figure that if it was physical attributes will affect whether a person gets pregnant, maybe because you're getting closer to that.
I don't know.
That's And he says
That doesn't really matter because those little swimmers will keep on swimming. It really is it more has to do with the lubrication in the vagina as far as how the sperm travels. So
okay.
it's not really a size thing.
So the more lubricated, the faster they swim.
Right. The more lubricated, the closer they get to the goal.
And that's their one and only job. So they are going to be swimming away. You had one job. That is it.
That's it.
Okay, so what's the weirdest myth or misconception you've heard about size? And that could be any size. I got a few because dudes talk.
I busted wide open and all that crap.
Or like somebody. So you know what? One thing a lot of people say is like, "Oh, she don't have walls." That walls topic is like, first of all, we give birth.
Right.
You can't hurt me.
It'll stretch a mile before a tear inch.
Right.
So you're saying
I seen my daughter born, and it was like, okay, that's over with. You know what I'm saying? My daughter was kind of small. She was only 6'13". I was like, don't never tell me that I'm doing anything.
Right. If it could take
if you could drop this 6 pound, 13 ounce baby, I got an ounce or two. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So don't know. Oh, you hurt me. Nope.
So one of the myths that I've heard. Now I'm saying it's a myth. I'm not because I never really did no scientific study. I'm saying a myth or a misconception. And this was like barbershop talk.
Okay.
So you don't know what to believe on, but
right. Yeah.
So they would say the a woman who's shorter was deeper.
Oh my God.
And even the skinny ones, when you talk about the walls, the real skinny ones had had bigger walls.
Oh my God.
And the thicker ones.
Never heard that.
Yeah, the thicker ones had the tightest.
Okay.
That's what I heard. That's
If
barbershop
you say
talk.
so, I don't believe it, but okay.
Well,
I mean,
Because
but we
everybody's-
got myths on our side of the street too.
Right. That's true.
Like they say, women say, "Oh, what size shoe you wear?" Oh, I'm
Right.
13.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm gonna
Right.
meet you down there at the club tonight. And yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna have on this right here. Just come up to me, And women, and I'm talking about literally. I've seen women talk to men and then look down at their shoes and they say, "Oh, well, he about a size 9.5, 10. He about average." But then I done also heard women say, "Man, that dude, he had some little feet, but great God, he had, he had an elephant trunk. He had a baby on in his pants. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying there's no truth to that, where because I've heard him say you measure the size of the hand, the foot.
None of that.
It's
None
no
of
truth to
that.
it. I don't think.
I don't think so either.
Okay. So I don't know.
Right.
I've never really.
Now they played us dirty back in the slavery times when they was telling them white women that, they got tails between their legs, so be careful, though, that kind of stuff, and it became a myth that they wanted to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of us got castrated and a lot of us got killed.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And
they did that so that the white women would stay away from them. That's what that was.
Right. But they didn't know psychologically it was going to bring them to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They
I
be
agree.
like, well, he got this little 2-inch, whatever. And you talking about a dude over here got, 14, 16 inches. He could stand back and give me what I need. So I mean, it was a myth that we got punished for.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say there are times when size doesn't matter, and whether we do want to be honest about it, I think I'm only putting myself out there. Size matters to me when it comes to height. I had this thing about height.
Yes.
Like I hate, when I say hate, I'm talking about I hate when I find out somebody famous is taller than me. Right?
It is so weird. I think you need to get professional help.
So I was watching The Wire.
Okay.
Right. So Wood Harris, the Avon Barksdale. So I was like, and I've seen him in different places. I love him as an actor. Right. So right in the middle of the series, I said, let me check and see how tall this nigga is. So I went out of my way to see how tall he was, whatever. And he's 6'3", and I was feeling some type of way, but I was like, all right, okay, and whatever. I don't know, but for me, like, I'm 6 foot even, and I don't know.
Going down, brother. You shrink. You were 6'4", 6'3". Now you 6'1".
I know, but I don't know where this height thing comes
you
from.
You're above the 6 feet range, huh?
Yes, I'm somewhere in there. And look, when I got my Nike boots on, I'm 6'2".
Okay.
Oh man.
All right.
But I think size does matter to people with certain things,
Okay.
So, and I know women, whether they want to admit it or not, someone like to be smaller, someone like to be bigger. So I've heard women say, I need to put on more weight. I need my butt need to be bigger, or
I've heard that.
Or they'll get the enhancements, or or
we need to talk
reductions.
about that. That has gone out of control.
It has.
It has gotten out of control.
Yeah, really bad.
It's just too much.
It really is. Too much.
And so, and I think at a certain point, age does factor in, because I know for me, I'm like, I got to a point where I was like, I don't care.
Right.
Like,
right.
You like me, you don't.
Right.
Whatever. This is what God gave me. He jipped me out of being 6'9" like I was supposed to be. But it is what it is.
Listen, right. I don't care anything about you and your height.
What'd you say about the number?
No, do you remember at one point in time and probably in your life too? I don't know about the North, but the South was like women always wanted a guy over 6 feet tall.
Yes.
Dark skinned, with good hair. Good hair. And then some of them would even say, "Oh, I'm gonna marry me a Puerto Rican guy, a Latin guy, so my baby can have good hair."
I've heard that.
And
Yeah.
it's
that
ridiculous because that's not how.
Yeah, it was a stigma ridiculous. that certain women follow behind, and to this day, some women are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and some men was always like, "Oh, I want me a red bone. She gotta be this, she gotta be that. You gotta have light brown eyes, and and then you see them 10, 15 years later, and they want a dark-skinned chick with brown eyes. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny about that? I was talking to a lady from Africa, right? She was from the southern parts of Namibia earlier, and she brought up, I was talking about West Africa, and she said, we was talking about temperature. That's how we got into the subject. We was talking about how hot it is, from there to here, whatever. And she said something about the West African or Sudanese people, and they're too dark, right? And I was like, wait a minute, what's too dark? I said, there's no such thing as too dark.
And you're in Africa,
right?
Isn't everybody dark?
No.
Or brown at some point.
Yeah, but
brown.
they're Africa actually. You know, it goes from A to Z.
That's true.
Right.
That's
Even
true.
with hair color, eye color, texture, whatever.
Right.
But with her, I thought it was kind of odd that, you know, and I've talked to other people down in Africa, women, that was chastised because they was too dark.
Wow.
And I thought that was kind of weird. Like I showed a picture. I said, you know, I pulled up some Sudanese women that was like dark. Like, you know, you showed a picture and all you see is the eye color.
You know what?
Right? No, seriously, I'm not even exaggerating. That's, you know, but I thought that was beautiful. Like, it was almost like rich, dark coffee. I don't like coffee, but it was, you know, that type of deal. Yeah.
So even now we can't get past this color thing.
Yep.
Yeah, we still can't get past this color thing.
For some odd reason, I don't know why, but yeah.
Western people, isn't that what he said?
Yeah. You want to be light skinned, you know, you want to have good hair, you want to be a certain height, and you know that's the other side of people, and it's like if you put a dark skinned woman next to a light skinned woman, the light skinned woman could have beautiful hair, it might be thick, might be in like an afro puff or whatever, and then you can have a light skinned woman who has a perm, and put them right next to each other, and 9 times out of 10, a white person is going to pick that light skinned girl,
right,
for whatever person.
Right.
You know, say, oh, she's much prettier than her. You think she's prettier than her? You know, but that's a part of the upbringing as well. From when our parents was buying those white dolls, giving it to our women, and saying, oh, and, you know, the little girl was like, oh, she's so pretty. But you take a black baby doll and put it next to her, she's like, oh, I don't want her. I have to.
Right.
Mama.
Cultural conditioning.
Cultural conditioning.
Yeah.
The conditioning.
Yeah.
And it's just a thing that has progressed through time. You know, we didn't have, you only, when little girls, I'm almost 60, when they were coming up, they didn't have a black Barbie. It was either a white Barbie or no Barbie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's right.
I don't think I ever really even seen a black doll for black girls until Cabbage Patch came out.
Oh, really?
Oh, they had some before then.
Yeah.
They had some.
I'm just saying,
Or they had them,
didn't
but they
see-
weren't as attractive as the other
Right,
dolls.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Right.
had them. Yeah.
Well, that's
And
all. This
it
is
was
cultural
crazy.
conditioning.
And that's
Yeah.
a whole nother show.
All right, so let me ask you a question though. This is the test. Felix, you said you were 6'1". All right,
Yeah.
so if I came past and said, "Hey, I'm gonna have to change your size. You got to be. I'm gonna make you 5'9" or 6'3". Which one you choosing?
Well, it depended on 6'3".
Okay.
I would rather be 6'3". No, I was gonna say height depending on in my age, my younger years, because I played basketball. If I'd have been 6'3", I'd have probably went to college and had a whole different life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I was only 6'1", and I could dunk at 6'1", but I know at 6'3", I could dominate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I would like to be 6'3" at a younger age.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But now at 6'1" and almost 60, I don't care.
You're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Now, Stefan, if you had to pick your ideal height, I don't know how tall you are, but if you had to pick your ideal height, what are you choosing?
Well, I'm 5'7".
Okay.
So I would say ideal 6 foot.
6 foot. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
If I had to choose, but that's height never really, for me, it never really made a difference or had played an issue. I never played basketball or anything like that in high school, but I did play sports. But it never really played a factor in my life.
So you would change if you had the choice. If it could change your height, you would definitely go to 6 foot.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be taller than 6 foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had, to choose, I think 6 foot would be tall enough for me.
So let me ask this question.
Mhm.
What difference is it going to make at 6 foot or 5'9", unless you're playing a sport, right? Like he said, in his younger days, it would have made a difference in the trajectory of how he wanted his career or path to go. But honestly, is anything, what else really changes with if you could step into another size or
I don't
height.
think anything
Mentally,
changes.
nothing really.
Nothing changes. Like for me, if you ask me that same question, I'm gonna say I'm 6'4". I want to, I'm definitely gonna go
There you
taller.
go again.
You got 6'4". I
Wow.
feel like you went up another.
He went back up to 4 inches.
But
Man, I
that's
wish I could grow like you grow.
but that's what I would choose. I would say, look, I'm 6'4", and this is going back in my childhood days. Guess how tall Superman is. 6'4". All the superheroes, whatever, they were like 6'2", 6'4", 6. So for me as a kid, I thought, to be whatever, that's
you had to be that.
You had to be tall, right? And I like the fact that being tall, it's kind of you can somewhat intimidating. You could be, that, hey man, I get that from the top shelf. That's what I always
People
enjoyed.
Pay attention.
Yeah, and they pay attention.
But when
You
I
know
was
what's
growing
funny
up
about that? You said that right.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with a guy, which is a close friend of mine. He was 6'9". Probably in high school, he was probably 6'7", 6'8", but now he's like 6'9". He played basketball in high school. Of course, it was because of his height.
Mm-hmm.
That never transmitted to college or professional. Now he does coach on a high school level because he did have basketball knowledge and of course his height. But as you said, as far as intimidating, he wasn't even that. I mean, honestly,
he was a gentle giant.
On just knowing him as a person, the type of person he was, and comparing him to myself, he wasn't intimidating.
Right.
And I was around a lot of guys. I went to high school with Jerry Stackhouse.
Oh, okay.
6'5". So and he was one of the guys who hung in that tall crowd, but those guys wasn't necessarily intimidating. When you say intimidating, what do you mean by intimidating?
So
just the size?
So when I say intimidating, I mean like say not saying I want to be intimidating, but if I wanted to, like if I wanted to be a bodybuilder or I wanted to be a football player, pro football player, you're gonna be more imposing on the field at 6'5" versus like what's
But now you're talking about skill.
Skills.
So now you're talking about skill. So
yes.
even when you talk about skill, you have guys in the NBA that's 6'2", 6 foot, and they dominate.
Right. Like John Morant.
So it doesn't really come down to size.
Yeah. But
it comes down to your level of skill.
I'll take that 6'2", 6'4".
I get it. It'll get you in the door.
Yes, exactly. Just get me in the door.
It might not get you on the floor, but it'll get you in the door.
So I'm gonna tell you, this is another thing, and thinking in that same thing, and I thought about this too. So when I was in school, I was short. Like people compared to my sister, sometimes people used to think that she was my mother. That's how much taller she was over me. So when I got to junior high, high school, I was growing like 4 inches during the summer.
Yeah.
So I'm me being the super nerd that I was start doing the graphs and calculating, what I should be by this particular time. Like I'm like, oh, by the time I'm a junior, I'm gonna be 6'8". I'm a whatever. So the thing is, you think about the other half of that too. Like, damn, that means you gotta get that size 18 shoe.
Yes.
Cost more to
be uncomfortable in certain seats or places.
Right.
Yes.
All that stuff costs money.
You gotta watch your head so you don't get bumped.
Right. Yes. Right.
So it doesn't matter in some aspects. Even I went to the Navy. If you were over a certain height, you couldn't go on a ship.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I think the age. I think the height is 6'8".
Okay,
but that's why David Robinson, when he was in Navy, he couldn't go into a ship. So that could be a good or bad thing. I enjoyed it, but but yeah. So it does matter. And so, has anybody ever been on a dating app,
No.
or met somebody over the phone without seeing them?
No,
nobody.
Yeah, I have.
Okay,
I've been on all that kind of garbage.
Have they
said garbage?
now mind you, we did a dating app episode, so I got on every dating app there was, and the thought came up: did you think that people exaggerate those physical attributes in dating apps, or blind dates?
Yeah.
Every person wants to be, I ain't gonna say perfect, but damn near perfect. You know what I'm saying? Perfect body size, perfect height, perfect intelligence, perfect, whatever for a person that they're seeking out. You know what I'm saying? So
So you put up
physical
pictures on your dating app.
Yeah, I was only 5'2", and she found out I was 6'1". Yeah,
I know if I get on a date nap.
Oh my gosh, I'm
I'm
scared.
I'm 6'4", 220.
I'm scared of whatever you gonna put on that dating app.
Because you already see my AI
most of
pics.
the time, it's like a shot in the dark almost. People will put up a picture from 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? A picture from 5 years ago,
Right.
and you'll meet them, and you like, damn, your hair was so long. You know, now you rocking a wave. You know what I'm saying? Damn, you really don't look like this picture. You know what I'm saying? You was like 100, now you 200. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You had gold teeth in your mouth, and now you don't have no teeth in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But those things. Excuse me. Those apps. Some of the time, people tell the truth, and some now. Now they even have one that they say you could download some app and you could find out before you get catfished if this person is who they say they are. Basically, you do a background check. They can say how many times you've been divorced, how many bankruptcies how many bankruptcies you done had.
Wow. That kind of takes the
they can
mystery
really
out of
go.
dating.
Yeah,
That's like a FBI background check.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is. Basically, it's a background check, and it's called. I think it's because I've heard it a couple of times on Pandora.
And that's where you
It's Truth Finder. I think it's Truth Finder. That's
Oh,
Truth Finder.
yeah. I know Truth Finder. Yeah.
Truth Finder.
Okay.
So
Okay,
you could find out
They can't check
if
my
a
height.
person. Yeah. You can find out if a person is a real Kenyan prince, or he just a joke from what I'm saying, wherever, or Ohio. You know what I'm saying?
So funny.
So you could pretty much find out a lot of things nowadays. Whereas even these apps nowadays, but what's weird for me is you can meet somebody. Say I'm in Florida and my lady's in New Jersey. I would have never met her. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays you can meet somebody from Zimbabwe and you in Atlanta.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And that's the weirdest thing. But back in my day, coming up as a teenager, if you didn't meet them in the mall,
Right.
the movies,
school, church,
school, church,
Yeah.
or if you was a little athlete, you got to meet another girl from a different school.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That was it. And if she lived out of town, you could forget about it. Unless you just happen to go visit a cousin somewhere. It was just nah.
So
it didn't happen.
The best place to
strange.
look really would be down at probation office.
Okay.
Boy, I can't stand you.
We just gonna
I'm saying,
skip
'cause-
right over that. And
But they
thank
can't
y'all
lie.
Thank y'all for coming and being honest and open. We just gonna skip right over that nonsense, foolishness, shenanigans,
Oh, we need a word.
and move on. Word of the day.
Word of the day. Give us a word of the day.
Size.
size.
Okay,
Size,
size.
yep.
Word of the day is size. Oh, by the way, if anybody want to get a pen pal from prison, you can do that.
Okay.
They do
No.
that. They do have that.
No, we don't. We
And since
don't
they're
want
not
that.
getting out, you could be 6'4" if you want. That's what I tell them. I'm 6'4", 220. All right. So anyway,
Jesus.
yeah, thank you guys for jumping in there. This was a very fun
Yes,
episode.
you guys are fun.
So-
We're gonna have to keep y'all on rotation.
Yes.
Y'all are fun. I was in my car listening to last week's and was dying at the light. And this man was looking at me like, I don't know what she is over there laughing at, but it must be his. I was done.
And I'm
done.
mad I missed it. I was
Oh,
moving
you-
last week because when he sent me the topic, I was like, yeah, I went in on that
Yes.
one. But I
Yes.
just couldn't make it, happen because of everything that we were doing with this moving thing. But
Yeah, I hate moving.
yeah, I'm gonna listen
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah. Please do. It is
It is hilarious.
It is hilarious.
So with the next one we have coming up, I don't remember. Well, we got some good ones. We got some serious topics. We got
Yeah.
one about immigration, police community relations. And if you guys have any suggestions or any topics you guys want to discuss, just hit us up on our website
Yeah.
and send us an email. and we'll, formulate something. And, like I said, we'll talk about anything, even I don't care how controversial it is. We will talk about it.
We will talk.
I can't get fired now since I'm retired.
Well, I'm not retired.
All right. Thank you,
guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great day.
Bye.
And happy holidays.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Yeah, happy holiday.
4th of July.
Oh.
Thank you, family, for listening to the latest episode of Hot Topics. As usual, listen, like, share, subscribe. Ta.